Chatterbox out there. Today in this video I'm just going to be telling you guys about what I got to today. So today I got ready for the day. I had a nice refreshing shower and I went downstairs and I watched some films and TV shows, and I watched some episodes of Sarah Jane Adventures and some stuff off YouTube. Blasted out a bit of Matt Willis, Keep Me Up All Night. It's such a tune. Blooming love that song. Gets me so pumped. I went onto my laptop and worked on my book series and deleted a load of work that I'd done. So I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell? Luckily I managed to revive it, so I managed to sort it out and it was all fine. Panic over, thought I was going to have a blooming heart attack, and I watched some Sex and the City episodes and Will and Grace episodes, and I sorted out my Dolls and Dollhouse out from where I've been playing my dog as a show. It's getting pretty dramatic at the moment, some pretty dark storylines at the moment. Very dramatic, very soapish, love a bit of a soap drama, and I sorted out my Dolls and Dollhouse out. We sorted the doll stuff around and sorted the sets and props out, and did some illustrating and flash designing, and looked at some Hayden Williams new designs that he treated. His designs are amazing. I love his designs. And I watched That's Raven, the Lizzie McGuire Show, and some other classic Disney TV shows that I remember watching as a kid, and watched some DVDs and listened to some CDs and some vinyl. And I watched Escape to Country and Far Brown, and I had a cup of tea and a sandwich, and watched Home and Away and Neighbours and some other soap stuff, and watched some old episodes of Emmerdale, EastEnders, Hollyoaks, Coronation Street, Home and Away and Neighbours, and even watched some old soap stuff like Skins, Waterloo and Grange Hill. I did some painting and some colouring, and listened to a bit of Enya and Cher and Madonna, and a bit of Kylie, and a bit of the 80s stuff like Duran Duran, Aha, and listened to a bit of Queen. And Queen, listening to that has helped me write my book series, because I listened to a bit of Queen and having a lot of custody have kept me going. Writer's block, stay back. I do not want any writer's block. I haven't had any writer's block in ages. I went on a massive nature walk the other day and sat on a bench and did a bit of doodling and listened to some music and bumped into one of my mates who was walking his dog, and I normally always see him walking his dog. So I stroked his dog, who's so lovely and friendly, and she could smell Harvey, so she was going a bit doolally and just jumping up and stuff and licking me and stuff, so it's very sweet. And then we just had a nice catch up, and then I went off and saw my mate at his house, who I've known since childhood, and we had a nice catch up because I hadn't seen him for a while, and showed him some of the new nature photos that I take, because he's very interested in my nature photo taking and always says that I should post them in my town newspaper. Never get around to it. I should probably do that soon. And then I got home and I worked on my book series a bit more and watched some Manic and Wobble and stuff, and listened to a bit of Girls Aloud and a bit of Whitney Houston, and I went on to Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and I had a bowl of cereal and sorted out my Dolls and Dollhouse out and played with my main computer doll, and I watched some Scooby-Doo episodes and Scooby-Doo DVDs, and watched some stuff off CBBC and stuff off Record, BBC Player, and some stuff on Now TV, and I did some illustrating and watched some dollhouse tours and some doll collection videos and some doll tutorial stuff, and watched some of my favourite YouTubers vlogs and read some blogs, and I'm reading the 10th Association of Watch Events book at the moment. Nailed it. I can never get it right because it all just comes out in a load of gobbledygook, but it is a real big mouthful of a word to say. But yeah, I love Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events books. They're so good, so detailed, and I just love them so much, and I love the film as well. And I watched the film the other day actually, and it's such a great film. And I watched Mulan and Rapunzel and some other Disney shows, Tangled, and some Barbie and Bratz films. And I watched Tom and Jerry the movie, and had finished watching that because I didn't get to finish all of it. And I watched some cartoons and some old Nickelodeon and Disney films and shows and some Disney princess stuff. I did some word searches and some painting and some colouring. Love colouring, and it's very therapeutic, and I've got a massive colouring page that's about that big, with loads of folders of loads of like sheets of stuff that I've printed off the computer, and I did some arts and craft and some designing and tidied my office up from when I've been doing some illustrating and creating some new characters for my book series. And then went upstairs and had a bit of a rest, a bit of a bad head. I watched a few DVDs off the TV in my room, and I watched Out After, Wild Child, Penelope, can't even speak, Penelope, Love Rosie, and Titanic, and some other films, and watched Beastly and The Corpse Bride. Love Tim Burton's creations. He always creates such great masterpieces. And watched Avatar, and I can't wait for the new Avatar to come out. I think it's coming out next year or the year after. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but it's coming out soon. I love James Gordon's work. James Gordon? That's not the right person. James Cameron's creations. He created the Titanic film, and look how well that did. He doesn't really do many films, but when he does, they're always amazing because he works so hard on his films. Every detail has to be just right. I got confused with Joe Corden because I watched some James Corden Late Late Show episodes, love both James Corden, and watched Gavin and Stacey the other day, and watched a Christmas episode. I've got a massive box set of Gavin and Stacey of all the episodes, and I love Gavin and Stacey. And I watched Miss Brown's Boys and Far Brown and some murder mystery stuff, and some medical drama stuff, and some period drama stuff, and watched Called a Midwife, and watched Casualty and Doctors, and I watched some crime drama stuff like Murder, She Wrote, and Midsummer Murders, blooming off Midsummer Murders, and I watched some of my favourite YouTubers' new vlogs, and read some blogs, and I read some fanfic, and watched some fanfics, and watched some Shadowhunter episodes, and some episodes of The Fosters, and watched Lorraine This Morning, the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and watched some episodes of The Wendy Williams Show and Loose Women and some other talk show stuff. I'd love to have my own talk show and to go and start my own TV soap and write it and be in Doctor Who someday. Who knows? I could be, if you just got to believe in yourself and just dream big. That's what I always say. And I watched some episodes of Riverdale and some episodes of Degrassi and Dawson's Creek and some other American teen drama stuff, and I watched some episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed, and some classic Doctor Who episodes, and some Doctor Who DVDs that I've got, and listened to some CDs and some vinyl. My younger sister is on holiday with her mate at the moment, and my older brother is in uni. He's going back up this week. He's going to be staying Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and his girlfriend's coming over as well to stay for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's her birthday on Sunday. And I'm staying at my grandma and grandpa's on Friday evening, and then Saturday, and then Sunday I'm coming back, and it's going to be my older brother's girlfriend's birthday, so we're going to be celebrating that, and I'm going to be getting a present on Saturday when me and my grandpa are going to go off to the charity shops to have a look around. Hopefully I can find some for her and a few dolls and DVDs. Who knows, hopefully I should be able to find something. My dad was at work, he's got back and he went off to bed, and then in the afternoon he sorted his stuff around the house and then went off back to work, and he's now back. And for tea I had boiled eggs and a cup of tea, and Amador yesterday night was so amazing. It was such a great episode, blooming love it. Rob one, oh, it's adorable, I love them. Ryan Hawley and Danny Miller just work so well together. They are just such a great team. And Holly is just so dramatic at the moment. It's all kicking off. Love the soaps. They just get me so pumped. I would love to star in any of the soaps. I'm not fussed. They're just all bloody great. The storylines are just so good. Over 200 Ofcom complaints about the acid attack storyline in Emmerdale. Poor Wasp. I know it's not very pleasant to see, but it's a serious subject, and it's getting people to realise how dangerous it is and how it ruins lives. And I really thank Emmerdale for their storylines. I know some of them could be a bit tough to watch, like the rape storylines and stuff, but it's what really happens, and it's good to get people to open their eyes and realise that things like this can't go on and they have to stop. And it's good because they also help people to come forward from rape and stuff that feel they can, and there's helplines that you can talk to, and they always say that, and it's just really great how they tackle hard subjects that can be a little bit taboo at times. And yeah, I just love the soaps for doing stuff like that. And I watched some old Emmerdale episodes and EastEnders episodes from like the 80s, and yeah, I just love watching the older episodes. and saying, she's dead, he's not here anymore. And it's crazy to see how over time the cast changes, and there's so many people that have gone and come back, and I've been like, they used to look like that? Wow, and stuff like that. So mention Paddy, when he first started Emmerdale, he had hair, and now he doesn't. It's crazy. That's what soaps do to you, or that's what happens when you live in Emmerdale, because it's very dramatic. He would live in Emmerdale or Hollyoaks or Summer Bay or Walford or any place like that, because it's doomed. If anyone ever said that you moved to Emmerdale, they'd probably be like, no, don't move there, because there's so much death. The first ever episode of Emmerdale, there was a death, there was a funeral. So yeah, it's always been very crazy. I found out that since the show's began, I think it might have gone up now, but when I watched a documentary about Emmerdale, there'd been 500 deaths or something like that. Something like that. There's been quite a lot of deaths in Emmerdale, and I think the soap that's had the most deaths is Coronation Street. But yeah, it's just a lot of drama in the soap. There's always deaths, affairs, lots of stuff like that. Once a soap's been on for so long, like Coronation Street, it does get a bit same old with some of the soaps, because the storylines do end up clashing and getting a bit similar to the other characters and storylines that people have had in the other soap storylines. And if I wait for soaps like Emmerdale or Hollyoaks, I make really unique storylines and stuff. But then it can't be easy, because of course there's been so many storylines within that it will be hard not to have soap storylines that sound similar to other characters from other soap storylines. But yeah, I just love the soaps, and I'm now off to go watch tonight's soaps and sort out my main period doll. I hope you've all had a great day today, and I shall see you in a new vlog. Bye!